there's been a real strategy adopted, it seems, in Australia of soft influence and allowing Chinese Australians to take on a role in our community that is ever escalating in its importance, but with loyalties divided between Australia and the CCP. To what extent is that kind of softer influence being used in a dangerous way to Western institutions and democracy?
Well, basically, the Communist Party, through its United Front Work Department and through its other arms, has weaponized Chinese. This is very difficult for free societies to talk about because this is race, but China has tried to appeal to, for instance, Chinese Americans based on their race. Also, they coerce relatives back in China to get Chinese Americans to do certain things. And that's true in Canada and in other free societies as well. So really what we have to do is to have a very honest conversation. And this is important. I view this in the context of Chinese Americans, that Chinese Americans have got to make a choice, because many of them have made choices which really look very disturbing. And other Americans, I think, have a right to say, well, where do your loyalties lie? Well, this is true in your society as well. And I know that it's hard for us to do that because this is an issue of race, but it's also an issue of national survival.
Really important that we both protect Chinese Australians in our community from that coercion, as well as making it safe and valued for them to clearly align their loyalties with Australia.
Absolutely. And that's the nature of government. That's the responsibility of government, is to protect its citizens. Many Chinese, like my dad, just fled China.
For a reason, right?
For a reason, right. and my dad's case is a little bit different, but what we're seeing right now, for instance, in the U.S. southern border, there has been an unprecedented surge of Chinese migrants. And these are not poor Chinese. These are Chinese who are wealthy enough to pay the cartels, pretty big sums of money, $35,000 a shot, to get into the U.S. They're risking their lives, and they're doing that because they can't live in China anymore. And we have a responsibility to protect people, but we've also got to make sure that that once Chinese get here, that they are not under the coercive influence of the Communist Party.